My mom get jumped by my stepmom when I was like 10 years old. I never heard the story from the horse's mouth, right? I just heard on the streets why my stepmom jumped my mom. So I'm going to tell you what I heard. So allegedly, my dad was still sleeping with my mom while he was married to my stepmom. And this didn't particularly in itself piss my stepmom off. What especially pissed off my stepmom was when she saw my dad's bank statements and she realized that my dad wasn't only sleeping with my mom, he was paying my mom to sleep with her. $500 a pop. And who knows, maybe my dad wasn't paying $500 particularly for that reason. Maybe he was just helping my mom out. I don't know. My mom didn't have custody of us at this time, so I wouldn't consider that child support. I don't know why my dad was sending her that money. No idea. But word on the street is he was buying cat. I guess you could call my mom an entrepreneur. And to make matters worse, my mom then calls my dad and tells him my pussy's burning. So now my dad has the unfortunate duty to now tell his wife that not only did I cheat on you, I might have gave you gonorrhea too. So they both book the testing to make sure that they didn't actually contract any STDs. And like in the meantime, my stepmom's having these placebo effects of like assuming she has gonorrhea. So she's like feeling body aches and it was all placebo. Because when they go get tested, they both come back negative. So essentially my mom only did that to just fuck with them even more than she already has. So at this point, my mom does not have custody of us, like I said. And we got weekends with her. So we spent a weekend with our mom and she's dropping us off on a Sunday. We pull up to my stepmom's house for my mom to drop us off. My stepmom's outside and she is talking hella shit. My mom starts taking off her seatbelt like she's about to get out. And I'm like, no. Please don't fight. My mom does not listen to me. And mind you, my mom is 5'8". My mom has tattoos all over her face, all over her body. My mom's a big gangster bitch. I knew she was gonna whoop my stepmom's ass. So I was begging them, like, please guys, do not fight. And they were not fucking listening to us. It was me and my two siblings there. Like I said, I'm 10 years old at this point. My brother's 9 years old and my little sister is 6 years old. We start hashing it out in the front yard. Kind of like in the road area where the sidewalk is, that's where they're beefing and they're fighting. And my mom's on top of my stepmom whooping her fucking ass. And we're screaming and crying, begging them to stop. And that's when my step siblings start coming outside. My stepbrother is 10 years old and my stepsister is like 15 years old at this time. They come outside and they all three start jumping my mom. I remember my stepsister had my mom's hair and was like holding her down on the ground to make sure my mom couldn't get up. And she's like punching my mom in the face like this while she's holding my mom's hair. And then my stepbrother is kicking my mom in the face. And then my stepmom is on top of my mom just plowing her like this. And it leaves me and my siblings in a weird predicament, right? Because like if we jump in and help our mom, we have to live with this bitch. Okay, we have to live with this bitch and these two siblings. Okay, so if we jump in and start defending our mom, we'll have major consequences, right? So we were not in a space to defend our mom whatsoever. So we just sat there and watched my mom get jumped until they were done. And that was the end of that. Now, I will say that was not the first or last time I've seen my mom get in fights with other women because my mom would befriend these women and try to sleep with their husbands behind their back. Like, I had a neighbor, and I played with her kids all the time. Like, her kids were me and my siblings' best friends. And I remember I went to her house one day, and, like, sometimes I would use her restroom. And I was like, hey, like, can I use your restroom? And she's like, no, you are not welcome in my house. You can go back to your house and use the restroom. And I remember being like, what the fuck is that about? Like, what the fuck? Come to find out, like, a week later, I watch her and my mom get into a physical altercation and she's actually whooping my mom's ass. It surprised me. She was whooping my mom's fucking ass. And tits were flying everywhere outside. So me and my siblings were like trying to look but like not look because both of their tits were out. Anyway, my mom just has a history of just being a pick-me-sha and fucking a whole bunch of married men. Anyway, comment below and let me know what you think. I'm
just saying, your mom is wild. That's a wild situation to be in, to be messing with married men and just other men. And not saying that the dad, the husband don't play his part in it. He's wild. The fact that she tried to tell him that they had this fake disease just to shake him up, what is going on, man? And then another thing is, like, me personally, if it's a 10-year-old boy hitting on my mama and I'm not, I'm jumping in. I don't give a fuck if I gotta come here, but that's just how I was raised. I had to jump in because you talking about what's gonna happen when you over there with your dad, but you ain't really thinking about what's gonna happen when you go back home to your mama. And she realized, like, nigga, you didn't even do nothing. You just let me get beat up, get stumped, get packed out pretty much. Like, am I tripping? I would have helped. I would have tried my best. I mean, and I know the girl is 15, but it's like your mama,
if the 15-year-old whooping the mama, I can only imagine what she's gonna do to the 10-year-old.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I get it. It's a big age difference, probably a weight difference. I don't blame you, but little bro should have definitely got his rocks off on the 10-year-old.
I was thinking that at first, but then I'm seeing it from their perspective.
Your kid.
Your mama already messing with your daddy, knowing that that's gonna cause friction. She didn't care how the stepmama gonna end up treating you from that. Like, let's be real. Your mama's choosing the wrong. Granted, you shouldn't be messing with married men in general, but you gonna mess with the neighbor's husband, the one that I be playing with, and then you gonna mess with daddy, the one that I gotta go over there and his wife already feels some type of way. Like, you choosing the wrong men. It's so many men out there. Why are you choosing people that you know? That mama, you gotta do better.
Yeah, she gotta do better in that situation. What are y'all thoughts when it comes to this at the end of the day? I don't want to offend the creator by talking too crazy about her mom, but that was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that was crazy of her. And a lot of people gonna have a lot of things to say probably about her. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt. You put the information out there, nothing we can do about it at that point. But listen, if you guys are interested in following this creator, you already know what to do. Check out the description box below, and you can follow her directly on her TikTok account. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this today's story time. We'll see you in the next one.